Welcome. BitmonkeyTV, episode number 23. My name is Marcelo.
I'm Scott.
And thanks for bearing with us. Today is a new theme of the day called Moral Monkey Mondays. And we're getting ready to start just a few minutes before 4. Nothing changed here as far as the equipment, the environment, gas, nothing. But sure enough, one of the mics.
Yeah.
So that's
technical
we had a
difficulties.
little bit of a delay today, but you should be hearing us loud and clear. Let us know if you're not. If you're in Twitch right now, we'll have this fixed.
If we're too low, we can bring this closer.
We'll do our best, but I tried to keep it as low as possible without hearing that little fuzzy background. So
yeah.
Moral Monkey Mondays. The theme of the day is going to be more about talking.
Well, first off, before we get to that, welcome back. I hope you had a good weekend. Right? We just
The
want to
pleasantries.
welcome everyone
The
back.
pleasantries. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well,
we don't
welcome
need to jump
back.
right into things.
Loud and clear.
Let's give people time to wake up. It's Monday.
Hey, yeah, so today's one of those days where it's not too
We
hot.
needed some coffee.
We needed some fresh coffee before the episode.
Yeah, we've been working hard. This was a busy weekend for me, and I'm excited. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in NFTs, in my life. A lot more to come. It's just been a really fun weekend, and I'm excited for this week to come. I guess I already said that.
Yeah, for me, I spent some time with the fam bam. You know, I stayed away from tech a little bit, but not really. But really, you know, and then Sunday night, Saturday night, as usual, working on Monkey Bites.
Yeah.
Those are always my Saturday, my weekend evenings nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't, if I catch a movie, it's while I'm working on things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those weekends. My sister's about to pop any day, so my nephew's about to have a little brother, so I'm stoked for that.
That's awesome.
2 little monkeys running around, so yeah.
You also won at the Sprinkle.
So I can't claim full I didn't win everything. It's the family win.
By the way, so you guys know what a baby shower is?
Hey, it was my first time hearing about a baby
new term.
sprinkle.
Yeah, baby sprinkle.
Little
It's like a pre-party to the party to the baby shower.
No.
Oh,
It's
it's
post
not?
baby shower.
Oh.
I thought that too, but I was out of town for the baby shower.
I
That's
see,
why it makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
But he won some gift cards.
Yeah, DoorDash gift card. It's pretty sweet.
Successful weekend.
I know. Right? That, as well as spending time with family, as well as I picked up the Jeep. So, enough about that. They don't want to hear about none of that.
Why? It's fun. We're just talking about us for a second. Talking about our life.
Well, I know not now.
You guys want to
not
hear about
everybody likes
Marcelo's
Jeeps.
life? He's got an exciting life. He's like a secret agent.
Right?
But yeah, whole lot of good stuff going on in NFTs. I think for this week, I'm just excited. I've got a little bit lighter of a schedule, other stuff wise, so I can kind of bear down on Monkey Bites. Gary, I know Gary is dying for an update. Maybe we'll give him a sneak peek. Maybe we'll give you guys.
I'm thinking of anything if you can guess in the whether it's question and answer. Yeah, probably question and answers in the Discord. Guess what you think that Gen 2 is going to look like. What characteristics? And I'll reply, or I'll do the little tag of the emoji, fire or cold. That's all I can promise. If he I'm depending on how he's shaking his head, because if he shoots that down, hey, listen, he's lead creative. Those teasers are his call. I respect that.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I know
but
Gary is dying.
you start guessing. Who's to say I don't hit that flame emoji if you're close? You know what I mean?
No promises.
Yeah.
I'll
I love it, but
yeah. Oh, but also, by the way, if you haven't noticed, did we talk about this on the last time the Discord changed? Pretty sure we did. But it would be awesome if you guys, spread the word, because the more people we have in there hanging out, the more, I guess, community that we can build, interactions, talk about NFTs. Like Gary will pop in, tell us projects he's excited about. I think I'm gonna do a bit, better about posting about things that lately I've been kind of busy with other things outside of all the fun NFT drops coming out, but I've kind of been watching the market and stuff. But it's always just fun to drop news in there or talk about NFTs. One thing that I did get into, I showed Marcelo a bit about this earlier, was Axie, and I talked about that earlier or last episode where we talked about going through the marketplace and buying them and stuff. But this week I actually learned how to do the scholarship thing, so I can set up my accounts, with my MetaMask and my Ronin mask within the Axie marketplace, and set up for a scholar to play with my team. So might give that a shot. Something interesting that I learned how to do. It's not that difficult if you're interested in it. Like I said, reach out in Discord. Like we're there to answer some questions.
What we could probably do,
Or we could
probably do is focus Friday on that, or even like a Tech Tip Tuesday, because that is in a way its own tech tip, even though it's within the tech.
Be cool to stream Axie eventually.
Yeah. Most definitely. Who knows? Maybe have a BitMonkey sponsored team.
Stream Sundays. Yeah. Game streaming Sundays.
I know the weekends are for the pleasure.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's like such a collector thing. Like if you went like from collecting Pokemon, it's a very easy transition and like learning the battle system. But it'll be interesting to see, I guess, the growth. The AXS and SLP tokens have skyrocketed recently. So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that too. I really want to dig deep and show the audience your screen, your wallet with your Axies on how that side works. So we'll save that for Friday.
Oh yeah, we'll set that up. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. We can maybe even do some demos of like how Axie is so in depth. There's like certain things like breeding is very like complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Like there's certain things that like help you get through that. Building a scholarship.
We can actually set up a presentation feature through this with Google Meet. I can just window capture.
Yeah.
You can present your screen to the Google Meet. Just mute everything. We can display that.
Yeah, if that's something you guys are interested in.
We can easily do that.
I mean, we'll probably still do it anyways. But
with while he's operating on his laptop, we can essentially screen capture and see what he's doing while he's talking about it. So that's a good one. Would love to hear your thoughts. You guys want to see that? And then tech tips are rolling out here in August. So by August 5th, we'll have a schedule laid out every day of the week, just Monday through Friday. Obviously, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday is going to continue with our streams. And then Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to fill with placeholders for now. I guess Tuesday is going to
eventually, like, hopefully we're 5 days a week at least.
Yeah.
Like, that's
together, right? Yeah. But right now, he only commutes here 3 days a week. So we're just rolling with that schedule.
We're just working at it,
Yeah. Thursday, we've got something in the works, but I'm thinking it should be like an idea, content-focused Thursday. Helping the audience in any way, shape, or form between ideas and content.
So what's something else that you're excited for this week that we got going on?
I know that we're rolling stuff out because I bought. Nice. So we'll get that out there. We'll get that. Gary would like to see.
Oh wait, Gary, really? You bought three
and haven't ever played?
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, if they're just sitting there, I mean, they're probably accruing value. I would assume that you bought, decent Axies. They're probably still.
Have you calculated? Because you've probably, depending on, I guess, right, if you select the right one.
Well, if you buy zero breeds, it allows you to create more Axies cheaper. Oh, floor trash. Okay, that's. Well, even with floor trash, you can still do a scholarship, but you kind of have to be. Like, you have to understand that your scholars are going to be playing with your floor trash, so it's going to be harder on the PvP side. That's just it. But you can still do it.
All this talk about PvE versus PvP, man, it just keeps reminding me of WoW.
Oh yeah. The days of grinding 8 hours a day.
But yeah, to go back to it, so I'm thinking today we get more personal, right? We've I know we're here to talk tech. We're here to talk monkey bites. We can't release all the information yet, but as you know, we're hard at work with creative. We've been making a lot of progress, and it's just a ton of work, ton of tedious steps too, which have been fun. I've been finding therapy through executing a lot of the tasks, because I'm just slapping music, got the incense in the background,
the vibes,
making coffee, right? Just keeping to myself, so. But I'd like to start doing Moral Monkey Mondays. So whether we just share one core belief or we talk about...
I think just talking about life.
Yeah, and general, if you guys have figured this out, I didn't really think too far the net. Too much.
Moral Monkey ties into the other project, obviously, Moral Monkeys, but also like thinking about us as like, we're the lead monkeys, moral monkeys. What are our morals? What are our beliefs? Maybe time to tell the audience a bit about us, because like we talk about our projects and
talk about the space a lot, and we're just getting started.
Yeah,
it's a little loud.
Oh yeah, you know what? See.
It was funny as we had it at a 9 before that.
Yeah, it normally wouldn't be an issue at this level, but since our mic is all the way up here to split the difference between us, just gotta think so. But yeah, more Monkey Mondays. Talking about things that inspire us, maybe, and stuff like that. Morals tie into our beliefs.
I'm gonna tie in with. I'm just gonna kick it off and just list off one that I know we've talked about, but it's also come up with just content that I've seen throughout the weekend, and I'm pretty sure it's shout out to the crew over at VFriends, whoever's managing that Twitter. I saw you post that Moral Monkey GIF over the weekend. Did you see that?
Did they?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jeremy, shout out Jeremy at Wanna Be a VFriend. Tagged me in it, and I was kind of like off this weekend, so I didn't really notice it right away.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like,
there you go.
Yeah, because I came across that GIF before, and I was wondering when they were going to start using it, because there's just so much that I have a feeling there's going to happen with monkeys.
Didn't he just promote the other one, the Dash Hound too?
Yes and no. He'll post certain tokens that he thinks are underpriced without saying it in the Discord. And he recently did. There's no dappers available right now in the market, in the secondary market, which is interesting. Interesting. It's making me kind of want to list mine at a price that I know would be far-fetched now, but not completely out of the realm. And, by the time VCon rolls,
why not?
Somebody would pay what it's not what you think it is, But yeah, let's squirrel. Going back to it.
Squirreled into VFriends there.
I know, right? I know. So I'm just gonna start off with one that I've found that I need to do better on, because it's something as simple as showing up late to this baby sprinkle, being impeccable with your word. I had a conversation with a few people just in the DMs about just something that came up, a question that would come up, and my perspective was that, and that's just something I always strive to live by, because I think it's important. I think it's important to eliminate that self-doubt, to eliminate that kind of like that subconscious thought that we sometimes all have. At least I have, right? I don't know about you, but it's kind of like talking in the background. I feel like being impeccable with your word, you get less of that. But sometimes contradictory, like on the contrary, you probably get more of it too.
That's true.
In a way, right? Depending on the way your brain works, the way your chemistry is. But yeah, that's one core value. And I know I mentioned the weekend. I showed up late. I showed up like an hour and a half late to this party. And apparently I wasn't even the latest person.
Wait, was that a big deal though?
No, it wasn't. Not for them, no. My sister purpose, so for anybody who knows Brazilians, Brazilians show up fashionably late to everything. Everything. You set a time, 2 hours later they start arriving, right? We start arriving, right?
Well, my family has an issue too.
So I used to always be on time. And now I casually, it was one of those days where I think I was doing laundry, had, 6 or 7 loads at the laundromat, all that excess laundry only, do, every other month. And, I was not impeccable with my word because I said I'd be on time. So holding myself accountable. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because it happened a few times this weekend.
Ted's asking us if we're aping into Vogu.
I'm personally not.
I'm in their Discord. I think that Vogu looks really good. Like the design of all the different parts and all that. I didn't see too much about like anything like their roadmap or whatever. But I'm saving for a different project than Vogu. He is also saving for a different project. I'm sure you've probably heard about it by now, Ted. But Animatas. They're like pixel art. They just had their like monkey drop over this weekend. I'm excited about Animatas. And
I woke up early for no reason.
I know, dude. The monkeys.
This guy texted me late Friday and he's like, "Hey, I just learned about this thing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m."
Yeah,
like,
they were rolling out info.
All right. And waited for the link, got the link, but I was off of like 4.5 hours of sleep because I was late working on Monkey Base.
There was an issue with the monkey drop where the contract, they had some issues with the gas where it wasn't accepting the gas that it should have been. Something with the code or whatever, the string was long. I don't understand much of the technical jargon, but essentially people who were paying what they thought would have been enough gas, or even a bit more than what you would expect, weren't having their transactions go through, and a lot of them failed. So people were just paying stupid amounts of gas for this Monkey NFT that cost 0.02, I think, to mint. So the end price ended up being like 1.2. If you even got a monkey, like it was about 1.2 Ethereum to mint it all together with the gas. So it was kind of crazy, but it also kind of showed me the hype that Animatus had. So I'm stoked about that. They're dropping it on 31st for anyone who's interested. Yeah, it's kind of crazy what it did, but if you wanted to scoop a monkey on the secondary, I would. If you're interested in Animatus, it's really like kind of. They said it was going to be key to unlocking certain things.
I'm not holding a grudge.
Yeah, I know it's such a. It's like if you participated in the drop, it was weird. They're refunding people who had failed transactions in a way, which is really cool. But I would say if you're interested in Animatus and you haven't actually you plan on buying a few of them on the 31st, definitely look into getting a monkey. The floor is below what it costs to actually mint them, because they said it was like 0.12 or something like that. It's like I think the floor it's about 0.1, but it sometimes drops around 0.09. So I would definitely keep an eye out on that, because it's probably going to drop until they announce what the Animonkeys will actually do, which from the way the Discord's rolling out should be today or tomorrow. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. Animatus are the art is good. The story that they're building, kind of their idea about building a metaverse, building a video game, having drops that actually make sense for the characters, like a car and a weapon, which they actually be able to use in the game later on.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Could be cool. Yeah.
That is very interesting, man.
But Vogu looks interesting too. But I know you're saving up for something else.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just limiting my spending right now.
Yeah.
And Meta Heroes.
Yeah.
Yep. Meta Heroes. I might as well. I got 7 passes.
Yeah. This guy has 7 Punks comics, so he's able.
Should have gotten way more, dude.
You get a pre-sale.
Had I foreseen that happening, but I was too busy dipping my toes in different projects rather than going all in.
Why are you so serious talking about Punks comics?
I'm not.
Aw, big tough fun.
No, I just need some energy.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Dude,
this guy.
I gotta give him.
He squirreled into NFTs quick. I think he's I got lucky with goats and got a good pool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. There you go.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my cool cats. I sold a cat, and I'm using some of that. I bought into Axie Infinity and then using the rest to get into Animatus. So pretty stoked on that.
You've done a good job off of what, 0.07?
Yeah, so for anyone who's watching, I invested into crypto in 2017.
That's why that mic doesn't work.
I have Ethereum sitting somewhere else in a different wallet that I don't touch. So this NFT kind of round, once I got, I was always interested in it, but once I decided to make that, okay, I'm gonna start in NFTs and go down that rabbit hole, which was a month ago now. I told myself to play with a limited amount, so I only put in, I think 150 or 0.06 Ethereum. And if you were to value,
okay, I was off.
If you were to value all the assets that I've turned from 0.06, it's I don't know, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 Ethereum worth across the board. Nice. But I'm not that's if I were to actually liquidate everything. I've maybe seen almost 2 Ethereum profit, which is pretty cool.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and so I've been able to reinvest that in other projects.
I keep patting them on the back, it's
Oh yeah. I mean, even there was a point, Ted, where cool cats. I had enough to buy another cool cat, but then degens were dropping, and I was like, oh man, the art is cool. Degens, it's kind of fun play on the degen space, of Twitter and stuff like that, and I was like, cool. And I told myself I wasn't gonna mint because 0.11 was insane. They were asking, I think. And I was like, okay, I'll buy on secondary at a lower price, find some rarity, in the somewhat upper echelon. And I ended up buying some on the secondary for 0.08 and 0.06. And the floor is 0.02 now, so it's probably even lower than that. So we all learn lessons. I learned early on from I should have taken those profits and realized something that had a bit more substance than just kind of following the FOMO of throwing money into degens, which degens, maybe there is still something that's going to happen down the road, but it's kind of that what's that like meme or whatever? It's like kids poking the thing, like the dead thing with a stick.
I know what you're talking about, but I forget the words.
I forget. Poking dead horse. I don't know what the meme saying is, but anyways,
I have the image in my head.
Yeah. And I was actually just telling Marcelo about like how when I'm doing these, I'm starting to think about NFTs a bit differently, like whether these are buys that are going to be long-term holds, which I would like to start investing more into like one-of-one, unique art, and like from like artists who are just starting out and stuff, like buying Genesis pieces, I think would be really cool. Like longer holds like that, and then short terms like term holds, like if I want to flip on like the Avatar projects or something like that, to have fun with it and kind of play with it. But at the end of the day, it's all kind of fun for me anyways.
So let's spin off that. So during your entire experience so far, if you've thought about this, what would you say is one core value you would pull from what you've learned? Maybe you hadn't developed the discipline, right? Or maybe it's something you wish you came into the space with more of. Is there anything that you would want to bring to the table on this Moral Monkey Monday?
I think
I'm trying to spin off into the
few things
here.
that I feel like a few things that I've definitely learned from my short amount of time in the crypto space is, one, for the most part, hold things longer. Like I'm very impatient sometimes when it comes to things, and especially with like cool cats, other things, I'm like, okay, I've made my profit, I made a little bit here, but I feel like if I wasn't so quick to make a decision, turn a profit, I would actually like realize more profits. And I think I'll learn that once I actually accrue more Ethereum. But for now, I'm sort of trying to turn quicker profits so that I have more to play with, rather than thinking about the long-term gain just yet, which maybe in a month or two I'll be there. So that's kind of fun. And then I think another thing is having strict guidelines for like projects that I do want to invest in and like buy into. Like have check marks, like does it have this, does it have that, and like kind of go down that list. And for me, the main thing is like, is the art good? Is the community good behind it? Like, are people actually really excited about this? Do people interact and stuff? I like to see those kind of things. There's like a longer list, but I think setting up a checklist for yourself and kind of staying to those standards is a good idea. Because like, if you deviate too much from that, you're not gonna learn. Like, you can learn things and then adjust your rules as you go. Rather than like, okay, I'm gonna try this like way off in left field, or try this. Like, stick with things and then change like one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So, kind of learning.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to pick apart. So you, like in other words, right? So like draw your line in the sand.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Essentially. I was trying to find a way to simplify.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So
draw your line in the sand of what you're willing to cross versus you're not willing to cross, and then also your line in the sand versus certain variables and things behind a project that either push you to one side or the other.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Cool. Glad I guessed that.
Ted says the DGens team is really solid, even though the floor doesn't look that good. You still hold 3 of them. I agree with you. I think the team does look really solid, but like Gary said, the market kind of decided in the end what their fate was. But also, like their buyback feature was really, really bad for them. What it encouraged people to do, I think, early on was, let's say you rolled a DGen that you didn't like, put it on the market for that 0.08, hope the team buys it back. So people were immediately just trying to, get out of bad positions to buy more DGens. This like kind of cycle of just putting them onto the floor, and people are racing to the floor in the hopes of being bought back in their buyback program. And then on top of that, the DGens went and added more to the buyback program. So they're like, great, we're just going to keep running the floor lower and lower and lower in hopes that our DGen gets bought back. And that's kind of what happened. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot with their buyback mechanic. And also, I think minting at 0.11 is very risky. It's pretty high for an Avatar project that doesn't really offer much utility other than, hey, I got this cool DGen.
Yeah. And was there 10,000 of these?
I think there's like more. I think it was more than 10,000. It was like 11,000 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of them. I think that they had really cool art. Like for me, minting the DGens was like, I was like, okay, I want a whale. Like the whale art was really sick. The wizards are pretty cool. There's a few other ones that I liked, and I was like, okay, the art is good. If I got a whale, it would be crazy. So grabbed a couple. Why not? we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. That's all I can say on DGens. I think anyone who holds them is kind of just hoping at this point.
Yeah. Hey, that's all you can really do, you know?
Yeah, you gotta have hope. Moral Monkey Monday.
Yep. Moral Monkey Monday.
Yeah.
I know.
And talking about DGens.
Yep.
Don't be a DGen.
Don't be a DGen.
But also
stay on track. Squirrel. So let's go back to it. Did you share maybe one?
I shared things that I learned.
No, not just in the space, but before that.
What do you mean?
One core value that you live by.
Oh, one that I live by?
Yeah. Whether it's
just do
from
good.
A photography
I think that
perspective,
honestly,
maybe it's towards family, maybe it's towards.
I just said it. I just
do
said do good. Yeah, like honestly, in my day
keeps it simple. I like it.
Yeah, I just think that like if I can ultimately do good, like in my life, like be good to my friends, be good to my family.
Mm-hmm.
If I make a mistake, make good on it.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Hold myself accountable. Like even though I slip up. This guy knows. Just the other week I was like so beat down by work. I was like I need a day off, and I needed to hold my. If I'm gonna take those days off, then I've got to make it up somewhere. Mm-hmm. And so like doing good, in relationships, in my work, in all of that. That's really important to me. Like even if I fumble, hopefully I pick it up in the end.
Yeah. No, I really like that perspective. Holding yourself accountable and just kind of also not being too hard on yourself. Because having that self-awareness to understand that you need a break, most people don't have that. And if they do, the willingness, let alone the willpower to take action is minimal if even existing,
Yeah, for sure.
I would say don't be too hard on yourself.
Of course.
I know you're not.
We're all human.
That's cool.
Mistakes.
I like that.
We buy into DGens.
We. This guy needs to stop saying we over here. Hey, I bought into some unique ones.
Yeah, you got some fun ones in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So you, one moral. Did you already do it?
Yeah, I did mine. I did my first agreement.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Even though I've technically shared, so I guess I was cheating because I've already talked about that. Yeah, I've already talked about that a lot. I'm gonna let Scott squirrel for a second.
Squirrel? What do you think?
Oh, I'm trying to think of.
Okay, you know what I can talk about? I wanted to talk about stoner cats because that's happening. I think it's like right now, honestly, or it happened today. I think was the sale.
I think it happened at 2 p.m.
It was the Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher.
I didn't follow it.
Drop. Yeah. The price was announced at I think 0.35, which is pretty insane for an Avatar project that doesn't give you the IP. Like you actually don't own the IP to it. There's no real if you own a cat, you don't actually own anything like asset wise, like with the company. There's no like give backs. There's nothing like that. I think the royalty fee on them is like 12.5, which in my eyes is pretty freaking high. I know that I think with V Friends, right? That's the standard royalty with that. So maybe I think Ashton Kutcher and him were friends. Maybe that was the thinking. Oh yeah, we'll just do 12.5, which I don't know. If you're already charging 0.35 out of the gate, like 12.5 on the back end is pretty rough. Another thing is that like Vitalik is speaking. He's gonna be a voice of one of the cats, which is kind of crazy. With the cats, I would just say do your own research. Like be careful with that one. It looks at interesting celebrities coming into the NFT scene. It looks I think that it looks somewhat
Gary's got some news.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, so I'm going to roll it back to the conversation before. Sometimes we do things that hurt others when we are not self-aware. 100%, 1000%. No big fail, so this is in relation to stoner cats. No big fail, delayed to tomorrow.
Oh, it's delayed
Lots of fuel for the FUD against stoner cats.
There you go.
Royalty fee was changed as well. I think it's 2.5. So we're going to look into that.
They must have just changed that.
Listening to the community, just aren't being very transparent.
Got it. Yeah.
So I wonder, are they going to bring down the overall cost? Because if it's like a 0.07 entry,
yeah, if it was
sign me up. I'll get a few.
Yeah, 0.07, 0.08.
You know what I mean? Like.
That's like a standard
0.35 when the figureheads behind the project should have enough to fund the project.
Yeah.
But I get it from a business standpoint. They're just trying to make sure that it's zero losses if it fails. However, if you're planning for failure, I don't know about that. You know what I mean?
I know Why squirrel? Did you have enough time for your brain to gather another one for us?
Yeah.
Another one.
You know, one thing I've been realizing more and more that just be kind. And I'm not talking about to other people. Yes, be kind to other people. So let me stop myself there. But be kind to yourself, because I know that that voice in our heads. I know I'm not alone with it. We all have a subconscious voice, and sometimes it's really easy to let it control and dictate mood and emotion very, very easily, right? So be kind to yourself. You know, take that time you need to disconnect. Take that time you need to sign off of social media if you need that. You know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, especially.
But also be kind to everybody else. I'm not saying be a dick to everybody and then just focus on yourself. You know, but
if we're coming out of this pandemic, in many ways we're still not out of it. Being kind to yourself is very important, because we've had, rough couple of years here. Life has changed. We had to adjust to different things. We're getting back into the groove of it, feeling things out, kind of just testing the waters for now. So that's another reason to be kind to yourself, We're all kind of in this together, learning how to get back to normal life. So
that's true. That's true. I like that.
Cool.
It's cool.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, so I know,
we would like to go
the idea for Moral Monkey Mondays, unless we also lace in at the end of every Monday.
What?
We're rolling with the punches here, all right? This is
there you go.
Just understand, you're witnessing the process of Moral Monkey Monday. What if we do a recap on the weekly news through Discord and through me keeping an eye on Moral Monkeys in the V-Friends community if something was said, or maybe Gary V posted a link for a Moral Monkey saying, hey, that's too cheap. What the fuck are you doing?
Are these for people who are interested in your Moral Monkey Monday?
Yeah, since we're calling it Moral Monkey Mondays, we might as well relate it to V-Friends in some way, shape, or form.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to start doing. Let's,
I
don't have much to say this week, to be honest, because I've been just monkey bites all day, every day, if I'm not doing the few IT jobs I still have. So, but next week, kicking off Moral Monkey Mondays, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a nice structure. And one other thing we're going to, I promise you, on YouTube, that post-production, the timestamps when the topic changes. I know we squirrel a shitload, but we'll make it work. All right? Because I'm just going to start rewatching them after every episode and just start time stamping on my legal pad as I clip it for the micro content.
Yeah.
Kill two birds with one stone.
There you go.
So, yeah. I think that's it for Moral Monkey Mondays.
Hell yeah.
Here on BitmonkeyTV.
Have a good week.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with us today.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Monday.
And my name is Marcelo.
Scott, episode number 23.
Peace.
Later, guys.
23? Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Hold on, we're going to squirrel real quick, because it wouldn't be BitmonkeyTV without a squirrel. Last minute comment.
What are we squirreling?
Maybe come up with morality topics brought up in the V-Friends community. Saturday mornings clubhouse. Let's V-Friends has a discussion about V-Friends, so maybe good place to get ideas for discussion. Yeah, Gary, I like that idea a lot. A lot. We'll be talking in the Discord.
Join our Discord.
Really appreciate it, man. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day and evening.
See you guys.
Peace.